All right, you are looking at the Underground Railway Museum here in Budapest, and I find myself at the Deák tér metro station. And of all the times that I've ridden the metro here in Budapest and passed through these walls, I have never thought to come inside and check this museum out. So I find myself here on the last day of this current visit to Budapest, and I thought that I would come and just do a quick tour of the Underground Railway Museum, and in doing so just share with you some of the items that you would see if you were here yourself. So I've never, as I said, I've never been in here before, but I would imagine that there'll be quite some interesting items on display. And here you're seeing different service hats that you would have seen over the years here in Budapest. And up here they have some different cables over the years with their dates. So there are some of the different cables that you would see, and some old nostalgic posters as well. So I don't know actually how big this museum is, but we'll just let the camera roll and I'll kind of walk through here. There you see some ticket punchers, some outdated or older ticket punchers, if you will. I would imagine that there might be some old timers around the world taking a look at this and remembering back in the day, if you would. Here's an example of some of the buses, the trolleys that you would have been riding. And here's another, quite sure what this is. That looks like the hammer and sickle, if you will. That is a station attendant's headwear that you're looking at. It says Russia on there, so I'm not sure if these are actually displays of Russian railway memorabilia or not. And here is the man with the ticket, Zarva. By the looks of it, it looks like it's a pretty good-sized museum. The first underground railway system of the continent was opened to the traveling public in Budapest on the 2nd of May, 1896. And there is a replica of one of the stations. Deák tér. I think that's the Deák right there, perhaps. Contemporary objects, pictures of the city, and traffic keepsakes. I would be willing to bet that there's a fair amount of Hungarians that have never actually been into this museum. Here is here's one of the cars that you might have been riding in back in the day. Look at this. Actually step inside. There's a gentleman there. Coming home from a hard day's work. And maybe going out for a night on the town. Young boy. And here's another car. Metal-coated rail car, the Underground Electric Railway, manufactured by Schlick. The electric equipment was shipped by Siemens and Halske in 1896. This is what the car looked like in 1973 when it last ran in service. So 1973, this is what you would have been riding in if you were here in Budapest. Quite interesting. Here's a small miniature. And here's a model. In the beginning, the fare was 20 fillers. As stated in the traffic regulations, one ticket was valid for one adult or two children taking an uninterrupted single trip on the next train. Later, the so-called section system was introduced. The line was divided into two sections at Octagon TAD. A ticket for a trip along one section cost 12 fillers. Passes were introduced in 1900. There's a picture right there near Hosuktad, Hero Square, if you will. On 1st October 1949, Municipal Electric Railway Company of Budapest, FVKV, took over the operation of the Underground Railway. To meet the demands of increasing passenger traffic, construction of 16 second cars with driver seats began in the main works in '59. The trains, consisting of the engine and second cars, handled 1% of the city's daily mass transport. And this is kind of similar to some of the more recent underground rail cars here that you can see. So there you have it, folks. There is your visit to the there you have your visit to the Underground Railway Museum here in Budapest.